Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the NERDWatch podcast. I, of course, am G Money, here at another lovely Monday evening, right here in the heart of Wailuku Town on the beautiful island of Maui in the great state of Hawaii. And we lost somebody, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. He'll probably make his way back here very, very shortly. Anyway, let's introduce the crew for the evening, shall we? This next gentleman, he is the producer, seducer. Apparently he's been real busy lately, grabbing his stick and flying around in a virtual world, apparently. He's also, pretty fairly decent guy. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody say hello to Kai Kai.
Fairly decent.
Fairly.
I'm barely decent at all.
Well, right now you're probably in your underoos. I know. I get it.
You assume I'm in clothes at all.
Ugh, gross.
That's not
also,
gross. It's very liberating.
Man. Also, joining us this evening, he is our man in black. He is also the man who is our gaming guru, the maven of magic, who does card tricks with his hands and bird tricks with his pants. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody say hello to Phormat.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Don't mind me doing a chaos dungeon right now.
Hey.
Hope all of you are well.
Yeah, that's good. Chaos dungeon. What are you playing?
Lost Ark.
Oh, Lost Ark. Oh. Stupid
it's all
video
the rage.
games.
Screw
Stupid video
Ring.
games. Everybody's loving Elden Ring. I mean, I have hardly any time to play it. I really want to, though. I seriously do. I really want to watch.
No,
I really want to play Elden Ring. I do. I have it. I'm sitting.
You want to watch it?
I want to watch. I want to watch people play it first. That is true. I do want to do that.
I watched a very long stream with Krendorf, with him and just going around not attacking anything.
I watched
at all.
Dr. Disrespect play Elden Ring.
Room?
He's not. He's not
hilarious.
touching. It's hilariously long.
Dr. Disrespect is hilarious.
The speedrunning community is known as a pacifist run.
Yeah, it's I'm not a fan of the speedrunning community, but more power to you guys, but that just ain't my thing. Oh,
well, I mean, you've never played any game fast, so
it's true. I don't. I'm still playing games that are like 2 and 3 years old. That is true. What the hell? Oh. And finally, before I forget, ladies and gentlemen, he is our Dark Knight. He is the man who wears a cape, a cowl, and a utility belt, fighting crime and unprotected lovemaking. That's what he does. Just ask him. He is also our punk rock superstar, our horror aficionado. Doggone it, guys. It's time to bow down. Time to show a little reverence.
I got it.
For the one, the only, the man that we all fear the dark for. Please show some reverence to the man we call Gannon. Hey, Gannon.
Hi.
How's it going?
I wanted to say earlier, but you didn't bring me on, is that if you really enjoy watching people play with it, I have exactly the right site for you to go visit.
Do not take any, ladies and gentlemen that are listening and or watching, do not take any internet tips from Gannon. I repeat,
it's called OnlyFans. It's a great place to make money if times are tough, and also to spend money if you want to help some girls get through college.
Do not follow any advice about the internet from Gannon. He's good at fighting crime.
That's not advice.
Yeah,
that's not advice at all. I'm not telling them to do that, but if they would like to, it exists.
In the Batcave, in this day and age, would Batman be perusing the internet?
Do you think that dude has time to enjoy the proclivities of the human form? I don't think so. That might be the wrong word. That might be the wrong word of the use. That might be the wrong use of the word proclivities, but you know what I mean.
But I mean, wouldn't he need a little downtime? And it doesn't have to be OnlyFans. What I'm saying is, wouldn't
That's
Batman...
why he's got Wi-Fi in the Batmobile.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
If you know anything about Batman, he uses his time to develop himself to be even better.
That is true. He does do that.
There isn't a wasted minute with that man. He's just like, you know what? Since I'm not fighting anybody right now, what the hell would I have to do to beat Doomsday if I had to?
Sure.
All right, let's try and figure that out. That's exactly what he does with his downtime.
Yeah, that's what makes him better than all of us. It's true. It's a good point.
Cannot imagine he ever would have downtime in real life, but he's just like, you know what? If I had to take down Superman, what would I do?
What would I do? You know what's interesting is that this is why I think the most potential for the greatest Batman run ever is Robert Pattinson as the Batman. But don't get me started.
Because he's got all that
You
downtime.
know, now that I've gotten to see it the second time, I still love it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to call it better than The Dark Knight specifically.
How
I don't
dare
wanna
you?
lump, I don't want to lump the entire Christopher Nolan trilogy because let's face it, the only one that's really worth anything is The Dark Knight. But I don't know if it's better than. Maybe equal to, but certainly not. I don't know if it's better than yet.
I'm one of those very few and far between that think The Dark Knight Rises is the best one out of that trilogy.
Well, I saw it on Kevin Smith's podcast where they brought it up. I can't remember who he had said this, but it's something that made total sense to me. Is that in the Nolan films, he made Batman real in the real world.
Right.
In Matt Reeves' movie, he made Gotham City real.
Right.
Because Christopher Nolan's Gotham City it's not the Gotham City from the comics whatsoever. But Matt Reeves on the opposite end is totally what Gotham City is like in the comics.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
in a realistic fashion.
I just love freaking. I don't know, man. I love Robert Pattinson as Batman. I was enamored with him. I thought he was fantastic. So I don't know.
Since we're on the subject, can you talk about sequels? I was like, I'm really irritated that they've now. Oh, whoops! Hold on. Are you still there?
I'm with her.
I was really frustrated because he talked about doing Mr. Freeze, finding a way to do a grounded Mr. Freeze, and it made me really frustrated because the perfect guy to play Mr. Freeze, in my opinion, has already been villains in like 2 or 3, actually 3 different DC films already as Mark Strong.
Mark Strong would actually be a good Mr. Freeze. I agree with that.
Mark Strong would be an amazing Mr. Freeze. Unfortunately, he was just in Shazam. He was in Jonah Hex, and he was also in Green Lantern.
He's great as Sinestro. I think so.
I don't know about great,
we've never seen a live-action Mr. Freeze.
Since Schwarzenegger, no.
Since Schwarzenegger?
It's a shame that we've never seen it, Gannon.
You know what, Phormat? I can't. You know what? I feel you, but I won't do that because you know what? I can appreciate every incarnation of Batman, no matter how misguided they are.
Hey, everybody, chill. All right, chill. I cannot.
Hey, Greg, what killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age.
But that's not actually true, which is the dumbest damn thing in that movie. It's not even true.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how dumb that movie was. He just said stuff that wasn't even actually real.
It's true. And we all know the dinosaurs died in the flood, so we're good.
And somehow George Clooney surfing down the back of a dinosaur in a dinosaur exhibit is not the dumbest thing in that movie.
You know what's funny is that for as much as everybody hates that movie, I think that Batman is a lot of fun. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, but I enjoyed it.
And you know what? I'm with you on that because you should, like, anybody in that movie should be 100% embarrassed to be in it, for starters. However, when you watch the movie, though, you can't help but kind of get wrapped up in, like, they at least they went for it, knowing what they were doing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Agree.
Like, it's not like you can't see on any of their faces that they thought they were making a different movie. Like, it seemed like they figured out right away what the hell they were doing there, and they just kind of went for it. They're just like, all right, fine. This is probably not going to go well, but you know what? Let's just commit to this thing and go and just make it a cartoon.
The reason why is because of the incredible success of Batman Forever. So Joel Schumacher just turned that camp factor up like another 100%. So I think that's exactly what happened. But I thought Go ahead.
It's weird because if you look at the trajectory of the Burt movies and the Schumacher movies, Batman was the one he made for the studio. Batman Returns the one he made for him.
Right.
And then Schumacher did the exact same thing. He made the first of his for the studio, and the second one was for him.
Right. That's right.
Because
he said that, didn't he? I think he said that.
Kind of, but yeah, you get a sense of him holding back a bit for Batman Forever because he still wanted it to fit in Burton's world. They said, "Hey, come back and do the next one." He's like, "All right, but I'm going to go way nuts with it on the next one." They're like, "That's fine. Just make sure we can sell toys off this thing."
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. And that's why I think, and I know everybody's not going to like this, I think that what they had planned for Batman Triumphant was actually going to be kind of cool. But I can't get into that here. Look it up. Batman Triumphant. Look it up. Gannon knows what I'm talking about.
Actually, I could go one step further for you. They actually, the screenwriter of that published the book. You can find it on Amazon. You can actually read the entire screenplay for what that was going to be.
Shut up. Are you serious? Okay, I got to go look for it. Oh,
yeah, sweet. I own it.
Oh, sweet. All right, I got to check that out.
I don't know how they got away with it because it doesn't seem like they should be able to legally sell the script that should belong to Warner Brothers. I'm not sure how they got around that, but yeah, I found it on Amazon one day and I bought it.
Dang gum, man.
If you read the script, it actually even reads like they're pulling back to a bit darker, but darker within the world of the Schumacher films. So it's still kind of an almost cartoony tone, but definitely not jokey. Yes. It's kind of hard to just the way the script reads, which is probably why it didn't end up happening. But yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, it was less quippy, so yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, listen, we're not going to make this whole thing about Batman again, but just know, number one, we love Batman here. We love Robert Pattinson as Batman. We love Christian Bale as Batman.
Wait. Did you say that we can't talk about Batman anymore in this show?
No, I didn't say that. What I said was, I'm
pretty sure that's what
he left. That's not what I said. Anyway, you guys can follow us.
Batman.
I know you guys can follow us on.
Messed up, man.
You're a bastard, Gannon. You guys can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com. Yeah, I know. Sorry, you got me on that one. Facebook.com/NerdWatchNation. On, of course, YouTube at you can find our channel at NerdWatch Nation and on Twitch at NerdWatch808. Now, of course, as you know, every single Wednesday, new Comic Book Wednesday, all over the world and even here in the heart of Wailuku Town and the beautiful island of Maui in the great state of Hawaii at Request Music at Maui Comics and Collectibles. So let's find out what's new this week in the world of the comic books. Let's start off with DC because we were just talking about Batman. From DC Comics, Detective Comics 1057. It is The Tower, Part 11, House of Gotham, Chapter 11. And it looks like Batman is going after the Scarecrow.
Wait, House of Gotham, Chapter 11? So they're in bankruptcy?
They're in Chapter 11. I think Bruce is... Bruce is filing for Chapter 11. Also from DC Comics,
been the story arc for a bit now, right? Because Bruce lost all the money.
They wrapped up, I think, his storyline a year, maybe it was just last year, where somehow whatever the Joker did, wiped out all of his finances, and he's kind of back to basics with no money, which is so stupid because they're going to find a way to write their way out of that in the next 6 months anyway. So just like, why even do it?
Right, I agree with that. I mean, jeez, that's ridiculous. Anyway, I guess that is a ground level Batman. I guess. I mean, you could say that's what the Batman movie was, kind of.
It's certainly what Phormat would like it to be, but I sincerely doubt that's what they'll do with it.
Sure. Also from DC Comics, Nightwing number 90, The Flash number 780. Also from DC Comics, Wonder Woman 785. Also from DC Comics, Justice League number 74. Black Adam Strikes Back. Also from DC Comics,
I think that's a prelude for Justice League 75, where the Justice League dies for 2 issues, probably.
Well, on the front cover, which I won't share here, it says guest starring Justice League Dark. So,
that's that. I think the what's his name? The Black Batman runs that Justice League.
wow. The what?
I can't tell if that's a joke or.
Oh wait, what is his name? Batwing? What's his?
No. He's flat out Batman. It's something Fox. It's like Lucius Fox's son or something. I can't remember.
Oh,
his name.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Also from DC Comics, Catwoman number 41. Now I'm going to share this cover with you only because I find it incredibly provocative, and they did it on purpose. So I figured I'd share this with you. I don't know who this is or what this is, but you tell me. Who is that? Anybody? Onyx?
That's Grace Jones.
That looks like Grace Jones. So I have no idea who that is, but Onyx is back and out for blood, apparently. So, yeah, that's hot.
Good for her.
Good for her.
I think Catwoman's trying to eat her face.
And looked like it. Looked like she was ready to eat her face. Also, well, to be fair, you're right. Batman, the Knight number 3. As in Knight. The Knight. Also from DC Comics, Batman.
The Knight gets.
Just like in Holy Grail. DC Comics, Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 1.
That's actually a really good book, by the way.
Wow, that's of course writer Mark
Wade is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good. It's very classic DC Comics type of a story that I think if you're a fan of that sensibility, I should say, then you'll be a big fan of that book.
Jim Lee did a variant cover along with Dan Mora. He did a variant cover, and so did Stanley Lau. He also did a variant cover as well.
It's terrible. It's actually terrible.
Is it really? Which one is terrible, Gannon?
The Jim Lee cover. Jim Lee cover. It's probably one of the most phoned in pieces of art he's ever done.
Wait, I'm gonna look for it. Give me a second.
With all the years behind him of great art, it's about time he takes some time off.
It's about time he phones one in.
Oh God!
It's about time he phones it in.
If you look at it, it just looks like he just kind of slapped it together. It's like so generic. Like it's just like I don't know. It almost looks like they
Jim.
took.
Right.
I think this is it, Gannon. I think I found it. Hang on, I think I found it. Let me see if I can get this. I think this is it. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. It did say it was the Jim Lee cover, so hopefully this is the right one. Bingo. Is that it?
That'd be it.
That's it? Yeah, it is pretty generic, isn't it? Wow.
Like Superman's leg looks weird.
Even Batman's cowl and cape look weird.
Yeah, It's just kind of like he just needed to throw out a cover real quick, so he probably like did it in like a day, just shoved it out there.
Mm.
Well, I like it. I think it's the best thing he's ever done.
What's that?
Chip Zdarsky actually did 2 variant covers that are really expensive. It's the classic meme of Batman slapping Robin.
Nice. Should okay, in this picture here, shouldn't Superman's bulge be bigger?
What?
Why do you worry about
Superman
that?
doesn't have a penis.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody
So
knows he's got an innie.
how does he make babies then? Because he has the baby.
He looks at them until they get pregnant.
Wow. That's a superpower. I'd be
You ever
wow.
see in Superman 2 where he kisses Lois Lane and then she forgets everything that happened?
No, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
He also got her pregnant when he did that. That's how there was that baby in Superman Returns.
You know what though? Speaking of a guy who kisses girls and they totally forget,
They get pregnant.
he is the chairman of the comic book board.
Oh God!
He is the godfather of comic books. He is also the sinister minister of Maui Comic-Con and the self-proclaimed comic master. He is freaky. He is deaky. And he's left the building, ladies and gentlemen. He has left the building. He's Dr. Freaky. Daddy Leggy is Alika.
That was totally like Spaceballs just then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And he's
Headed
down
right past the altar, heading down the ramp and out the door.
out the door.
Hey, Alika.
You doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like the
All
worst hiccups as soon as I signed on.
Alika.
We're about to lose him again.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Alika,
He's gone.
What's up?
You lush.
Go ahead, Gannon. What'd you say?
Greg was saying you make women pregnant with your mouth. Is that true?
That's not how you make women pregnant. No.
He said that's how you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
He
me
hiccups them
personally?
until they're pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what
what?
Greg was saying. That you kiss women, then they get pregnant.
You guys are-
that's what I said.
is this like fanfic?
Sure.
What's going on here?
No, you know what though? I'm glad you clutched at your heart because that did remind me, and so did the chat. Big shout out to, of course, we lost William Hurt, not John Hurt, William Hurt, and we lost Scott Hall today. Of course, from WWE and WCW fame. Scott Hall was taking, yes, he passed away. He was on life support. He had 3 heart attacks. It was crazy. And then William Hurt was 71, I believe, and he passed on. William Hurt, a great actor, by the way. William Hurt was Thunderbolt Ross as of late, for those that don't know. And one of his best movies ever is Altered States. So if you ever have a chance to take a look for that, take a look at a great movie. What?
Isn't it weird that William Hurt dies, but then all anybody knows that he was in his Marvel movies?
I didn't. I just said you got to watch Altered States. It's one of his best movies.
Me, dorks like me and you, yes, but the rest of the world out there is like they heard William Hurt. They only know him in Marvel movies.
Don't start with me because I'll just go over. He was in a great movie in that one thing before, like a
the
few years
Avengers.
ago.
What was the last movie he ever played that wasn't related to Marvel?
Well, number one, he was also in the Dune television series on Sci-Fi a couple like a decade back. He also is in a movie called
Dark City.
No, I love him in Dark City. He's fantastic in Dark City. That's a great
He
movie.
was in the Hulk movie
You're not helping. You're not helping at all.
before
But yeah,
it was a Marvel thing.
William Hurt was also in the film with Marley Matlin, A Children of a Lesser God. He was in that as well. So William Hurt was a fantastic actor, and he shall be missed, along with Scott Hall, of course. He was the bad guy, as you said. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, he was also in that movie with Raul Julia, Kiss of the Spider Woman. He made waves with that.
Street Fighter?
No, Kiss of the Spider Woman.
He played Sagat in Street Fighter.
No, he did not.
Damn.
And he was in Body Heat with Kathleen Turner back in 1981. That was the other one that I thought was pretty good. So
He was also in the Super
1981.
Mario Brothers movie.
oh no, he wasn't. Not even close.
He played Toad.
Nice. He
1981? Did they even have movies back then?
they did.
That's amazing.
Oh, he's in AI, that Steven Spielberg movie. He's in AI he's in AI. I forgot about that. So yeah, I totally forgot about that movie. That movie was okay. Let me get through this comic book list and then we'll finish up. Because I want to talk more about some of the films that I saw this week. Anyway, here we go. Enough with the Superman covers. But go check it out. That is a great one that Gannon recommends. Gannon said, "Get World's Finest, #1, Batman /
With
Superman."
the Jim Lee cover.
Yeah, get the Jim Lee cover, the one that's hated.
The best cover he's ever phoned in.
Did you ever get
There's,
your Alika? Did you get your
there's an
JLA
art drum cover,
Avengers?
too. Hey, shut up. There's an art drum.
Yeah.
There's an art drum cover too, Phormat.
G said it, but he said it with a racist.
Wow,
Oh, what?
I did
What?
not. What the hell?
He bucked his teeth and slanted his eyes when he did it.
No, shut up. I just said Andy Lau. That's all I said.
Not even Andy Lau.
Stop.
Oh, it's not Andy Lau. It's
Stanley.
I forget now.
Stanley.
Stanley. There you go, Stanley Lau. Chip Zdarsky did one, like he said, and so did Scott Williams. And
I thought we were moving on.
Yeah, we are moving on. Damn it. Did you get your JLA Avengers comic in or what? I want that, Alika. You
want it?
Yeah. Did you get it?
Tough nugget.
Wow. Damn.
Huh?
Also from DC Comics, Robins, number 5. That's Robins with an S.
Plural.
Number 5. Yeah.
To show ownership.
Yeah, Green Lantern, number 12 from DC as well. I think that's John Stewart on the front cover. Not the
Is he
Jewish
black?
one. Yes. Yes, he is.
Then that would be John Stewart.
Yeah, that's what I said. Also from DC Comics, Titans United, number 7. Blue and Gold, number 7 as well. And I think we've gone through the gamut of DC Comics with, of course, the last 2 exceptions being Wonder Woman Evolution number 5, Refrigerator Full of Heads number 5, and DC
tasty.
Horror presents Soul Plumber number 6.
Francine is
Soul
really
Plumber.
enjoying Soul Plumber right now.
Yeah, I'm down. Well, let's get into some Smarvel, a little bit of Smarvel comics. The Amazing Spider-Man 92. I'm not sure what 92.BEY means, but whatever. Bay, 92.Bay. I'm not sure what that means. So
Beyond. It's a storyline. It's a side storyline.
Oh, I saw there was a chick on the front of it, so I thought it was about Spider-Man and his bay. Also, from Marvel Comics, if you are interested, we also have The Avengers, number 54. The Avengers are dead.
William Hurt's best role.
I'm not sure what The Avengers are dead is, but that's what it's called. The Death Hunters conclusion, even thunder can burn, even Deathlocks. Not sure what that is. I don't know if it's a zombie book or whatever, but the Avengers are dead, guys. Our reality is doomed, and yours is next, according to the cover.
Finally.
Yep. Also from Marvel Comics, X Lives of Wolverine, number 5.
Cool.
X-Lax of Wolverine.
X-Lax of Wolverine. It looks like
So you're reading this list you're reading is for this Wednesday. These aren't out yet.
Correct. So this is for this coming Wednesday. That's correct.
I haven't received any of these yet.
Right. The X Lives of Wolverine cover has Omega Red on the cover.
Gross. Wipe it off.
All right.
Speaking of Jim Lee.
Yeah. Also from Marvel Comics. Oh, excuse me. Not from Marvel. We're done with Marvel. Image Comics. King Spawn, number 8, is out this week. King Spawn. Also,
you don't have to bring up Spawn because
Todd's not here.
Todd's not here.
That's true. The Scorched, also from Image Comics. The Scorched number 3 is out this week. Back to Marvel. Marvel Comics Carnage number 1 is out this week.
Sweet.
Along with Eternals, the Heretic number 1.
Nice.
I wonder what Eternal is banging who in this one. Also, Marvel's number 9 is out for Marvel Comics. Fantastic Four Reckoning War, Trial of the Watcher number 1 is out. And finally, for Marvel Comics, Star Wars, The Halcyon Legacy number Deuce is out this week.
I'm getting dizzy listening to this list. You were on Image, then you're back to Marvel again. Where the hell are you finding this list?
I'm fine. Listen, it's all over the place, just like comic books are nowadays.
I don't know, man.
Last but not least, I do want to recognize a friend of the show. One of my
friends.
Yeah, one of my dearest friends, a man that I shared time with and a podcast with. It is Stan Sakai.
I'm already on the show.
Stan Sakai, Usagi Yojimbo number 27 is out this week.
You said that totally wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure I said it right.
It's Usagi Yojimbo.
What? He's Italian?
What the hell I just heard?
I didn't realize he was Italian.
He likes the spaghetti.
Okay, that's fair enough.
He's the rabbit plumber.
Yeah, he's a rabbit plumber. Anyway, that is your comic book list. Whatever you do, make sure you visit Maui Comics and Collectibles in the heart of Wailuku Town at Request Music. And make sure you pick up your comics, subscribe to comics, and all you need to do is ask for Alika, see what happens. All right. Now,
You say that, but we still don't know what will happen.
Yeah, well,
it sounds like a threat.
It kind of is. Kind of.
Alika, are you threatening people?
I'm sure he doesn't
know people.
not.
You have
that's
to
not
see
what
what
Todd,
happens, Kai.
That's not what Todd said. So
I don't.
I
Hey,
mean,
no, I don't threaten Todd, but I will threaten G.
Okay.
So we do know you threatened somebody.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. Well, gentlemen, as we know, the Batman rocked the box office for its third week again. I think it's at 400 million worldwide at this point. It's just making money hand over fist. Is it past that now?
Past that.
It's making money hand over fist. It's what it is, right?
I was actually reading stories. I forget what city it was in, but somebody released an actual live bat in one of the showings.
That's hilarious.
And by the way, it wasn't an isolated incident. Somebody did it at another theater in a whole other city.
Oh my gosh! Do not give people ideas, Gannon. It's terrible.
I didn't do it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, did anybody get bit? Did anybody get rabies?
It's funny because if that happened completely, if that had happened, let's say this movie came out 3 years ago, nobody would have thought anything of it. But now after COVID, it's just that's terrifying.
Not like anybody was chewing on the wing or nothing.
First of all, COVID didn't come from bats; it came from a lab. Don't get me started.
That
anyway,
with bats.
And then they gave it to the bat, and then somebody ate the bat. Stupid.
No, they didn't. Anyway, listen. But let's say the Batman was still doing great, but we got a tremendous movie on Netflix this weekend, starring Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Garner, and Mark Ruffalo.
13 going on 50.
Wrong. It of course was The Atom Project. Did anybody but me see it?
No, I watched it with my sons. Yeah,
with your sons. I thought you were going to you were going to call them names.
Whoa. He's on record, and it's his kids. What's wrong with you?
All right, no. Anyway, The Atom Project starring Ryan Reynolds. Alika, since you watched it with your kids, I'm assuming that influenced your review of it. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a fun movie. Yeah, and it was fun.
Yeah, I was surprised at how good the reviews were for it, because I kind of feel like you do. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I just thought there was a lot of talk about time streams and
they know how to this guy, the guy who did Atom Project, is the same guy who did Real Steel, right?
And Free Guy.
And I watched Free Guy recently with my kids too, and it's a weird. I don't know directors or anything else he's done to compare it to, but it just from those three movies, he's really good at making kids movies that the parents can watch with the kids. And there's actually a little bit of adult humor in
there was. There seemed to be a lot more like swearing than I thought there would be in this. A lot of oh my gosh, they were saying oh my god, and a lot of S words and stuff. And I thought, wow, that was kind of, for a kids movie, I was like a little shocked, but I mean, it was still
I didn't think that was bad, but they actually had a couple of jokes that were like sex themed.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The little kid accused Ryan Reynolds of being a pederast.
Yeah, that was messed up, dude. I was like, yeah, I'm with you on that, dude. I was like, I didn't know how to react to that.
That's shocking.
Well, no, but
it's
not
shocking. That is, but it's a kids movie.
It's a kids movie.
But kids know what that is.
Yeah, and it's not.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
but still,
it played in the movie, but it's just one of those things that you're kind of iffy about when you
the kid says it. That's why it's the kid that makes that joke.
The kid's the one who says it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, My favorite joke in that movie, though, and I'm definitely one of my favorite jokes in the movies, and I'm stealing it again. When Ryan Reynolds says, "Oh my gosh, he's so cute. You want to hold his head underwater till the bubbles will just disappear."
Yeah. There was a couple of. There were a couple of dark because it's him as a child, so he's allowed to like want to murder him as a child. Like there were a couple of dark turns like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. I thought that was hilarious. I cracked up on that, but I also thought it was very touching.
Greg, I gotta stop you for a second. I gotta make pee. I'll be right back.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for stopping the show for that. I really thought that the emotional aspect. I know. I like the emotional aspect of it. I like the way they kind of prioritized family, which I thought was a lot of fun. I thought that was nice. I thought there was some very fun and very touching parts of the film. I thought it was very well done. But overall, though, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It wasn't great, but I thought it reminded me a lot of like The Last Starfighter, Back to the Future. It has this very 80s vibe to it, which I thought was a lot of fun. So I recommend it, The Atom Project, and it's on Netflix. And if you got Netflix, it's free. You ain't got to go out to pay for it. So, yeah, I would definitely tell everybody to go take a look at it. So you're the only guy that watched it other than me. I told everybody to watch it because we were going to talk about it, but
I know. Wow. Nobody
No,
listens to you, man.
I know. No one listens to me. That's
Oh, I watched it.
Did you watch it? What did you think of it?
My favorite part was the adult themes, and
You're such a jerk.
I thought the use of the N-word was a bit,
Yeah, that was very
Much,
shocking. I don't know why we didn't bring that up first.
One of my favorite. Well, it's funny you say one of the interesting things about that movie, which I thought I was surprised they could get away with in 2022, was when he stands up to when Ryan Reynolds makes him stand up to his bully. And he's like, he's telling him how to fight. And you never in 20, back when I was a kid, that's what you do. But in this day and age, it's not something you do. And I thought that was kind of cool. I kind of dug that. I was like, oh yeah, he's going to show him how to freaking beat it, to stand up for himself. I thought that was really cool. So
you have to keep in mind that it's him.
Right.
Of course, he would tell himself to stand up for it.
Right. And it's very, but that's
he doesn't want to grow up as a punk.
What's that?
The more shocking part about that comes directly after that, when he as an adult beats up his childhood bullies.
That's true. That's so good. Because he grabs him by the lapels. He grabs him by the lapels and pushes him up against the wall. That was crazy. But anyway, this is nowhere near as sophisticated and or effects heavy and story wise not as, I guess, as good as say Free Guy, but it was still an enjoyable film for Netflix.
No Red Notice.
Let me tell you something. This is way better than Red Notice. I can tell you that right now.
What are you talking about, man?
But yeah, if you got some time, if you got yourself an hour and a half, check out the Atom Project on Netflix. It's definitely worth a watch, in my opinion. A lot of fun, and not perfect. I thought the story was a little convoluted, to say the least, but by the end you get the point, and it's not about the story, it's about the family. So that was really cool to me. So Joel said he saw the Atom Project. I wonder if he liked it. Anyway,
he too enjoyed the adult themes.
Did he enjoy the adult themes of the film as well? Wow, that's
cursing. It was great.
Nice. So Atom Project, check it out. It's on the Netflix. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Netflix, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget Netflix will be raising your price in the next month. So be on the lookout for a price hike.
Do we know how much?
Yeah, I think it's like another, for everybody it's like $2. So if you were paying $17.99 on the
what?
So I think if you're paying $17.99 for the max plan for the 4K and all the other stuff, it was $17.99. Now it's $19.99.
What's the base? Let me look. I gotta look.
Take a look at it. So
that's crazy. I remember when Netflix was $6.
I remember when Netflix was $6.99. Right, it was like $7. And that was crazy, considering, remember that was back in the day when they were separating the DVDs, the DVD mails, the mailers, the DVD mailers with the streaming service. Remember that?
You can still do it.
Okay,
yeah.
there we go.
Do the mailers.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what's the pricing on Netflix?
So right now, I don't know if this is the current with the pricing added on. So basic is $9.99, standard is $15.49, and then premium is $20.
Yeah, that's the new pricing. That's it.
Oof. I pay for basic and there's already $10 already. Great.
Basic isn't bad, but basic is all SD, so nothing is high def. Nothing. You don't get 5.1. It's just all standard def. So if you care about picture quality and you care about audio, then get the bigger one. Get the better plan. But if you don't care about any of that stuff, just get the regular plan. It's like you watch it on your phone all the time or whatever, or on smaller screens. So that's the reason why I pay for the biggest plan. So
right. So you can lord it over us, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I'm so much better than the rest of you.
Yeah,
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Your timing is impeccable. So a couple of things. And maybe
I want to know what Gannon thought about all the adult themes in the Adam Project.
Gannon, did you watch the Adam Project?
I thought the sex scene between him and the kid was a little much.
Whoa,
it came out of nowhere and it went on for too long.
I agree.
That didn't happen. That did not happen. That did not happen
And
at all in that
then
movie.
And then the sequence where Olivia Wilde shows up as the villain, I didn't see that coming either.
Wow. Nope.
And then she just killed J.K. Simmons, who was only in the movie for like 5 seconds.
It was pretty brutal.
I've none of that happened in that movie. It's a family movie, and none of that happened. Anyway,
I mean, I did watch 3 movies back to back, so they might have all blurred together. I'm really not sure anymore.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
All I know is Ryan Reynolds had sex with a kid. I remember that.
Nope, didn't happen. Did not. Nope, that didn't happen.
Are you sure?
I'm more than sure.
I'm not saying I enjoyed it, Greg. So get that out of your head.
No, that's not it at all.
I'm literally saying I didn't enjoy it at all.
Well, I moving on. Goodness gracious,
stuff like that shouldn't be on Netflix. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I did
you
get.
should ask about cuties then.
Well, did you know? Speaking of that, there's like 4 different lawsuits against Netflix for that Cuties movie that have come out of the woodwork again. And
by the way,
of that,
I'm not comfortable with Kai telling everybody to watch Cuties right now.
That's true. I'm not either. I'm not comfortable with it at all.
I didn't say go watch it.
I did.
You just did. Go back to the tape.
I'm listening. Well, damn it! Now
I did on Disney Plus, of course, as you know. I didn't get to watch it, but Disney Pixar's Turning Red came out on Disney Plus.
Man, that's racist.
Turning Red apparently is about a young girl going through the change, and it's raising a lot of eyebrows. Apparently, I haven't seen it, so
wait. What's the change?
She's going.
Is she a werewolf?
Menopause.
She's going. She's going. A 13-year-old girl is going through menopause. That's correct, Alika.
Well, I can see the controversy. 13-year-old girls don't usually do that.
Yeah.
She must have a pituitary disorder or something.
You guys are such freaking idiots. Anyway, what else did I? Oh yeah, on Disney Plus, I watched the new Steven Spielberg movie. I watched West Side Story.
Steven Seagal.
Steven Spielberg.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, with Captain Underage Threesome himself.
Yeah. Ansel Elgort or Eggert or whatever. I forget his name. Elgort.
Nicole Eggert.
Nope, she's on Baywatch or was. Anyway, getting back to some more news, really quick. I don't know if you guys know anything about this, Gannon or Phormat or Alika, because you guys are the comic guys. A relatively recent rumor claims that Marvel Comics Vice President of Content and Character Development, Sana Amanat, has been fired from the company. The rumor first surfaced back in December 2021 when a YouTuber took to Twitter to ask, "Hey, Marvel, could you please either confirm or deny the rumor that Sana Amanat was recently or still is suspended from work due to misconduct?" So apparently, I guess what's going on with there, he said they recently followed up with I guess another tweet that said, "Marvel, is there any truth to the rumor that Sana or is in the process of leaving or being fired from the company?" I'm not familiar with her. I don't know exactly
Miss
who
Marvel.
she is.
She made the Miss Marvel comics.
Oh, did she?
Is that one of those names that if you say it backwards, it's a real name?
Right. It's like Tomar and Zaymot.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, something like that.
I've been reading up on it today and yesterday.
Yeah.
So supposedly, she hasn't made any kind of public announcements or anything back in December. Usually, she's very active on Twitter and social media. She basically went radio silent. Given the fact that she also has the Miss Marvel series that's coming up on Disney Plus, everybody's been wondering what happened. Then the rumors came out with her misconduct with 2 other employees.
That's right. She's one of the co-creators, isn't she, of Miss Marvel?
She's basically the head of Marvel Comics at the moment.
That's
why everybody's wondering.
Did she Louis C.K. somebody?
I have no idea. But apparently, let's be honest.
So there's zero details on any of this. It's just all speculation.
No. But here's...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because So I just Googled it and checked the news tab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the only source reporting on that, which is a direct quote of everything that you just said, with zero additional information. Okay,
that's why I'm asking.
You just said is everything that's out there. And it's from a website called Bounding Into Comics, which is a known Comics Gate publication. They do not like this woman. Okay.
Oh.
So what just happened is they sent out a tweet and didn't get responded to, and now that's a news story. So be careful on what you report on.
I'm not. That's why I'm asking. That's why I said it's a rumor. Number one. Number two.
It's a non-story. It's a rumor that's starting with that article, and now you're reporting on it. So you're contributing to it.
Secondly, we do know this. We do know that Miss Marvel has gone through a lot of reshoots. So there may have been an issue regarding that because that show should have come out by now, but it has not. So this could be connected to that. Who knows? That's why it's called a rumor, Alika, and that's why I was asking if you guys knew anything about it. So that was.
I don't know. Alika just looked it up in less than 5 minutes. So I think you could have had that answer long before you brought it up on the show.
Listen, it's a rumor. That's why they call it a rumor. It's who knew? Who knows? Killing me over here.
Wasn't really proposed as one. It was proposed as news, not a rumor.
No, it was not. Did I not preface it by saying this is a rumor? It's what I said.
You said if we had heard anything about it.
I did, and I said it was a rumor. Anyway, moving on.
You're
kind of sounding like a boomer.
I kind of am. Yeah.
I love how we deal with facts.
I know. Jeez, Louise. I love
how Alika just spent less than 2 minutes looking it up.
I love how all of a sudden
the primary source of this rumor, also G Money, as if you needed more confirmation that you're an idiot for reporting on it, is Ethan Van Sciver himself.
Oh, I love that guy.
Man, you're
the Steves.
You're the smartest guy in comics reporting.
All right, I love that guy. Well, listen, I like I said, it was a rumor.
Ethan Van Sciver is the Ben Shapiro of comics.
He's my comic book hero. He's my favorite.
I don't know who any of these people are.
You don't know who Ethan Van Sciver is? I can tell you.
You don't need to. Care. That's the great part, Phormat. You don't need to know. Your life is so much better not knowing.
Oh, is it?
Van Sciver, Ben Shapiro. I don't know.
There's a bunch.
I hate all of them. I hate everyone.
But you guys bring them up so much.
Phormat, I want to help you out. You ever watch those 80s movies where there's the really rich brat kid that everybody hates because he's rich and just spoiled rotten and just gets away with bloody murder?
Oh, the one in the sweater
vest? That's Ben Shapiro.
Right. Okay.
Then why do you guys like him so much? Because you guys bring him up a lot.
I'm entertained by him and I hate him.
You guys bring him up a lot.
I'm with Phormat. You guys do bring him up.
And I'm like, I've never heard of this guy, and then all of a sudden, all I hear was this guy. Because you guys bring him up a lot.
Well, he's one of my favorite musical artists. He does this song called Wet Ass P Word. Incredible.
Hey, this is what Phormat say. A lot.
Yeah, I love him. Anyway,
is the P word popcorn?
No, I think it's pancakes.
Listen and find out.
Yeah, I think it's pancakes. Anyway, another interesting story came across the Nerd Desk this morning. For those of you that care about streaming services, it looks like Discovery, which is about to become Warner Brothers Discovery, within the next month when its merger with AT&T Warner Media closes, has confirmed its plans to combine its current streaming service, Discovery Plus, and Warner Media's HBO Max into one service rather than offer the two platforms as a bundle. So it looks like if you own HBO Max or you have HBO Max, it looks like there's going to be a lot more content available at your fingertips. I'm not too sure what's on Discovery. I'm assuming it's like, isn't it like
Guy Fieri show? I know that's
Guy Fieri,
on there.
Deadliest Catch, I think, is on there, and some I guess some other shows. But if you guys have HBO Max, your content is about to get twice as big.
Doesn't it feel like a Hail Mary at this point for HBO Max to do that?
Well, it's not up to HBO Max anymore. It's up to Discovery, because Discovery.
Well, but that's what I mean. Like, because those two companies now are like that one.
Yeah.
Like the only other way they can get people to like really sub into HBO Max now is to throw all of their content on it. Is what it feels like.
I would say, I mean, the greatest amount of
because
eyes
those
would
two
be,
things have nothing to do with each other as far as a streaming service should work.
Yep, I agree. It has nothing to do with one another at all.
But then again, what does that mean anymore? Streaming services is at the way those streaming services are in this day and age is they're their own cable services now.
Yeah, they are. They basically are. Now, moving on to some more interesting news. For those of you that have been waiting with bated breath, Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick has been cleared for takeoff. See what I did there? With a special screening at the Cannes Film Festival. Well, you don't know. As it looks like the Top Gun sequel was screened during the French Fest, which celebrates its 75th anniversary this year. So it's apparently director Joseph Kosinski. The high-flying movie also stars Miles Teller, Jennifer Connelly, John Hamm, Glenn Powell, Louis Pullman, Danny Ramirez, Ed Harris, and of course Val Kilmer returning as Iceman.
No Kelly McGillis, huh?
No, well, I don't think Kelly McGillis may not want to be a part of it. Maybe
has she been acting? No. I don't. She dropped off at a certain point, didn't she?
She did. That's what I mean. So maybe she didn't want to. So finally, somebody's gonna see Top Gun. I'm jealous. Wanted to see that forever. Now apparently it's not coming out until next year, I think, which really sucks. So whatever. Also, in some more interesting news.
By the way, Greg, if you really wanted to do a good thing with Top Gun, you'd be like, "We've been cleared for the danger zone."
You're stupid. Speaking of flight, a few weeks ago, we learned that the Paramount Pictures and producer J.J. Abrams were moving forward with Star Trek IV. Abrams said at the time of the announcement, "We are thrilled to say that we are hard at work on a new Star Trek film that will be shooting by the end of the year that will be featuring our original cast." Not long after that announcement was made, it was reported that the cast of Star Trek had no idea that the film was being made. It was said most, if not all, teams for the franchise's primary players, who include Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Simon Pegg, Carl Urban, Zoe Saldana, and John Cho, were not aware that an announcement for another film was coming.
Hey, wait a minute. How come Anton Yelkin's not in there?
Oh, wow. What the hell? Jeez. Goodness. The project also doesn't have a completed script, a green light, or a budget, but the studio is still hoping to shoot the film by the end of the year.
Wait, I didn't see that part. So wait, they announced a movie without anything behind it? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, apparently, according to Variety, Pine said, quote, "I think everybody was like, did you hear about this? We're usually the last people to find out, but I do know we're all excited. Whenever they wanted to send us a script, we were ready for it." He added, "I don't trust anybody, but I'm excited. I love the story. I love Star Trek. I love my people." Is he talking about white people?
Yeah, it's exactly what he's talking about. You know what scares the hell out of me about this Star Trek 4 movie, though?
Wow.
Don't you just kind of feel it in your bones that they're just going to try and do a big budget remake of The Voyage Home?
It's possible.
To do that, but make it more action-y, you know what I mean? Like now that like the vessel that flies around in space launches smaller vessels that like fight everybody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to make it stop is they got to find humpback whales.
You know what? They went off script with Beyond, And that even though it had nothing to do with any of the prior films, so Beyond is different. So maybe this one will be different. But if you guys, there is already a director attached, and it's not J.J. Abrams. It's a guy named Adam Shackman. He, of course, has directed episodes of WandaVision, Game of Thrones, and Succession, and he's attached to direct the film. And it's being
More importantly, he was a little boy in Just the 10 of Us.
Was he?
Yep.
Wow. Did not know that.
He was also, he actually started up directing episodes of Sunny in Philadelphia first.
Love that show. I still love that show.
That's where he cut his teeth, and then he moved on from there.
I love that show. Well, I'm very excited. I love the new Star Trek. My favorite is still Into Darkness. I think that's a great one. I love all the movies. Star Trek Beyond is not my favorite, but I still enjoy that movie. Anyway,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I especially like that JJ is going back to Star Trek, because we all saw what he did with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And,
it's a good point. That's a good point.
He made a better Star Trek movie than he made a Star Wars movie. So.
Yeah, it's true.
I think the best thing for that movie is that they don't have Robert Orsi and Kurtzman involved.
Yeah.
Because it seems like everything those guys do just does not work. Or they make these really terrible choices that, like, if you're claiming you're a huge fan of this material, you're not doing things that the fans would be on board for, even if you try to keep one toe in nostalgia and the other trying to push things forward, you know?
Yeah, well, that's why Star Trek Discovery is so divisive, and so is the new Picard series. That's why it's so divisive. People that are true Star Trek fans do not like either of those series. And to be honest, I cannot. Alika's the only one that's really watched it, but I haven't really, because of the bad word of mouth. I haven't watched either one of the series. Although I am more interested in Picard.
Picard is not bad. I mean, I enjoyed Next Generation, and it's a good for anybody who enjoyed Next Generation. It's a lot of the similar characters, of course.
Well, I want to watch it because season 2 just came out, and get this. There's a trailer for the new Star Trek show coming out on Paramount Plus called Star Trek Strange New World. So I
enjoyed TNG, but like, this is not the way I wanted Picard to. Like, I wouldn't expect to see Picard like cruising the spaceways again.
Yeah, that's interesting you'd say that, because I mean it's cool, but like I said, I'm gonna have to take Alika at his word, because I will watch it sometime. I just haven't had the chance.
You have to take Alika on his word.
It's not like you're gonna take Alika on my word. What? That's pretty messed up. It's not a continuation of the Next Generation. It's a totally different show, obviously, but I like.
I mean, it is and it isn't, right? Because it's still Picard.
Still Picard, yeah. And the same people who are attached to him or adjacent to him keep showing up. And I haven't watched season 2, but obviously more people start showing up in season 1.
Yeah.
I'm a big nostalgia guy, so that obviously that works with me. And I thought the story was pretty coherent too. It wasn't just like. It made sense how they kept bringing certain people back,
I think I would have enjoyed it more if it was just Picard in the vineyard and he's hosting an online wine show. You know what I mean? Like, let the guy relax.
What if he did like the future version of YouTube where he just does wine reviews?
Yeah,
that was the show.
It seemed like his life is going that way at the beginning of the first season.
And that's what I heard too. That's exactly what I heard, Alika. I haven't seen it, but that's exactly what I heard. Ron Cataguy wanted to admonish you, Gannon, for that Anton Yelchin joke. He said, too soon, Gannon. Too soon. Jamie in the chat
I'm
said...
not picking on the guy. It's just dark humor, guys. I am sorry. He was a wonderful human being, and I'd be the first one to say that. and it was terrible what happened to him. Obviously.
Jamie in the chat, smart.
I told a way worse Nirvana joke earlier today, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, he said he feels me. He says Into Darkness was fantastic and Beyond was weak. I agree 100% on that. I thought it was weak as well.
I like Beyond better than Into Darkness, though.
Oh, you're out of your flipping mind.
It actually felt like a Star Trek episode to me.
That's the problem. It felt like a Star Trek episode. It didn't feel like a Star Trek movie.
And that's what was kind of cool about it, that we actually got it as a movie, though, that they did that for us, and we had those, you know. I mean, there's cool things about oddball movies to appreciate.
I'm not mad that it exists.
Deserted planets. That's great.
Hey, and listen. And how often? When do we have an opportunity to hear Sabotage? You know,
right?
That's
every time you watch.
Every time a Star Trek movie comes out.
Basically, every time a Star Trek movie comes out, I mean, for crying out loud.
I swear to God, if Star Trek 4 comes out and they find another way to work Sabotage into the movie, then you know they have no tricks up their sleeve anymore.
Yeah, I agree. It's time to find a new song, guys. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, like use you got to fight for your right to party next time or something.
Ooh, or Brass Monkey.
Nah.
No.
Nah, because there's probably going to be an alien that looks like one, and then that's going to come across as racist.
What if they were to do Intergalactic? Huh? So obviously,
wouldn't that be the obvious one though? Like it's too on the nose to put into a Star Trek show.
Right.
Like they probably even had that discussion. Like that's way too on the nose.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Or like they started off with that, and then they walked it back. Be like, you know what? That's way too on the nose. Let's do this other song instead.
Yeah,
and then use it again for the next 2 movies.
Joel says No Sleep Till Brooklyn. That's a good one. I'd take that one. Jamie,
isn't it weird to think that far in the future they're still listening to Beastie Boys?
That's pretty awesome.
Like we have no concept of what music is like in the future.
Who knows? Maybe it sucks. Jamie in the chat says Into Darkness is one of my up there movies aside from the Star Trek universe. He said it was all around awesome, which I actually kind of agree with him on. I think I like it better than the first one. But I think that would mean that music in the 23rd century is so refined they have nothing like the Beastie Boys in that.
Maybe they're so far in the future that there's just no music anymore past our century.
Bingo.
That's what it feels like. Every time you watch a futuristic movie, they're only talking about up to like basically a contemporary hits radio station. They're like the greatest hits of 80s, 90s, and today. That's everything they play in the future.
That's right. No, you're
basically it's like living on Maui now, where we're still listening to a rock and roll station that sounds like we're still stuck in the 70s and 80s.
You know what explains that, though?
Because no Maui DJ knows music past the 90s, so that's all we hear now.
In the Star Trek timeline, there's like a mini apocalypse that just destroys all music and creativity and art forms for like, a couple decades. And then we just survive off what's left.
Oh,
my take on it is this: the desire and drive to pursue the arts was always stopping us from advancing scientifically. Once they started guiding humanity towards doing that, the arts went away. That's why we got the spaceships and warp drives and phaser guns, because we phased out the entire concept of art, which is why all the art that they celebrate in the show is art that was made 300 or 400 years ago for them.
Because art is a waste of time.
But they phased out all art, but they still listen to and appreciate it the same way we do here in the 2020s.
But old stuff, they're not creating it. They're just appreciating the old stuff.
As far as
the creative mind mind is all about developing further technologies.
Because if you remember in the older movies, everything that every book that Kirk read was from the 20th century.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So everyone in Star Trek is Alika.
Pretty much.
Nothing current. Everything from an earlier time. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
None of it's that far fetched, because look at the pop culture world we live in right now. Everything's about repackaging stuff that we used to enjoy 20, 30 years ago.
True. It's very true.
Imagine how different it'll be 500 years from now.
Yeah, I will. Let's
I can't
see.
believe there's 8 Batman books in the year 2525. This is ridiculous.
Maybe if we're lucky, before we all die,
And it's still Bruce Wayne.
They'll find a way so that we can be put in they can freeze our bodies, and that we can actually see the 23rd century. By the time we get to our 60s and 70s, maybe they could put us in a deep freeze.
What a waking nightmare you're describing, G. You want to be in a suspended animated state so we can just witness with our eyes what's going on.
What's in the 23rd century? I'm in. And listen, wake me up for all I care. That'd be pretty awesome. I want to check it out.
I mean,
Greg, I got the best shorthand for you right now. Go find the oldest living person you can find and hand them a cell phone.
You're so stupid. You're so stupid.
Be like, here, figure this out.
It's true. It's a good point.
I mean, if it ends up like Futurama, I'm down.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good.
We'll never know. Anyway, moving on to some more interesting news. First off, since we're on the subject of Star Trek, as you all know, Paramount owns the Star Trek franchise. Mm-hmm. Paramount has released a new trailer this week, and the final trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And this trailer is loaded with some pretty cool action-packed scenes with Sonic and Knuckles, as well as Dr. Robotnik. I'd love to show it to you here, but of course, as you know, YouTube would probably take down the
See that poster though?
That poster's awesome. It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It looks like the video game cover. It's crazy.
So
I think you can show the poster.
Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, let me see if I can find the poster. But anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 looks really fun. If you haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube as we speak. Speaking of, let's see here. Where is
what strikes me out about this Sonic movie being huge?
What?
There is no real Sega anymore, per se. Not like it used to be.
Yeah.
And only now they managed to make a Sega movie that works. Meanwhile, Nintendo has not been able to get a Mario Brothers movie to work for the life of them.
Well, they're getting an animated one now, so
that's the only way you can do it. But you know what I mean? Like they attempted a live action Mario back when things were hot. Of course, it wasn't the right move, but it's weird that Sega pulled it off, and there really isn't a Sega.
Oh, look at apparently that poster is I think that poster may have been fan made. I can't find it. Maybe it was. Hang on. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe it's a fan made poster. Maybe you guys can find it.
I think somebody found the penis in it, so they had to take it down. Like, Little Mermaid poster.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Speaking of trailers, Disney Plus also premiered the trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have to tell you something. I was not that impressed with the Obi-Wan trailer.
Did they show the scene where Obi-Wan torches the uncle?
I mean, it was interesting because they want me to get so excited about seeing a young Luke Skywalker, and then of course this weird guy watching him in binoculars from a distance, which is weird. They want me to get excited about the Inquisitors, which I think is interesting. And then there's this female antagonist. I don't know where she's from. I don't know who she's with, which is weird. But if you haven't seen the Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to premiere on Disney Plus May 25th. And is it just me, or does it look like cheaply made? Is it? I mean, did you see like the background?
Measurement are you drawing that conclusion?
I want you to take it when you watch the trailer. It
looks on the same level as Mandalorian.
I don't know. I think it may look a little cheaper than that. If you look at the backgrounds and stuff like that, it seems a little bit off. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Or maybe
I don't see how you're getting
YouTube.
that. It looks like it's on the same level as the Mandalorian shows.
All right. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but when I looked at it, I was like, it seemed off, and I didn't dig it. But I mean, it's nice to see Ewan McGregor back. I know Hayden Christensen's going to be in it. He's going to be back as Darth Vader.
Speaking of, I was reading today that apparently the show started off being a show about Darth Maul coming after Luke and Obi-Wan having to operate on the sidelines to make sure that never happened. And they were saying that they had to change the story midstream because they felt Hayden Christensen was a better use of the character returning. And I'm like, I don't think that was the only reaon.
No, I don't think it was either.
If anybody knows what happened with Ray Park, you know what I'm talking about.
What's the other reason?
Ray Park had a lot of fun on Instagram a couple years ago.
Well, here's the thing: is that Darth Maul was cut. No, you guys are stupid.
You got some screenshots for us?
I wish I'd thought to do it back when that happened because I was watching it when it was live and I couldn't even believe it was real, and I should have screenshotted it. But unfortunately, I did not. And I have not been able to find if anybody kept it and found a way to post it somewhere. Because
those videos were up for a very long time for what they were.
Yeah, they were.
Like, I was shocked they were there as long as they were.
Yeah. Seemed like somebody wanted them to. No.
Yeah. But
anyway.
I don't think he's ever addressed it, but there's a lot of rumor about it being like he was drunk, didn't know it was running, and like all different of like, how do you not know it's running when it's a head-on shot going down?
I think there was a caption written on it.
I don't remember that, probably though, but it's been a while, so I don't remember. You could be right though.
Wow. Well, anyway, listen. I just
know
that
why he'd be getting grief for this.
Yeah, Darth Maul will not be in the new Obi-Wan series.
You can't say Ray Park will not be working for Disney anytime soon.
It's quite possible. Who knows? But you can go watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer right now on YouTube. Check it out. It looks all right. I mean, it looks
cheap.
It looks all right. That's why I said it looks all right. I think
it definitely looks better than the Battle for Endor.
Well, here's the thing, and maybe you know what it could be, and maybe this is why, maybe the sequel trilogy has kind of made me empathetic to all of this stuff. It's possible.
Empathetic, like you feel for it.
Like no, apathetic, not sympathetic. Apathetic.
I thought you said empathetic.
Apathetic, like I don't care about it, and maybe that's my.
I think you meant jaded.
No, it's apathetic.
It sounds more like jaded to me, but okay.
Yeah, I'm apathetic towards all this crap.
It's definitely cynical.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm kind of cynical about that for sure.
When did you become me, by the way, for Star Wars?
I know it's weird. I don't know, man. This whole the Boba Fett thing. You were after thinking about it, you were completely right about. I don't know, man. I think I agree with you more than I do everybody else. I think you were right about the the Boba Fett show.
And I'm really uncomfortable with you saying that, but I mean, it's one of the few things that I would have been excited about them pulling out of the prequel movies to revisit again. So I'm all for it.
All right. Well,
I'm all for it. However, if they suddenly whip 2 episodes into the end of the season just to have the Mandalorian Baby Yoda in it, then I'm going to get really pissed off again.
Well, Gannon, speaking of being pissed off, you had some interesting news this week that I think you should share.
I did?
A couple of movies you were looking forward to got delayed.
Huh? Oh, yes.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah. There's a Peter North movie that was supposed to come out called Sins of the Father Part 25.
These names that you bring up, you get upset at me when I say words like prophylactic. No one's going to know who that is anymore. It's not like, know what I'm saying?
And yet, they'll be so fascinated about who that is that they've never heard of that they will Google that.
Do not Google that. All right, listen.
Yeah, Google.
You're
John
talking
Holmes.
about the DC Comics films, yes.
Almost
all of them got pushed back, basically.
Yeah, so Flash got pushed back till next year. It's not coming at the end of the year.
Which also means the Batgirl movie got pushed back too, because I think the Flash was supposed to release in November. And if I recall, Batgirl was supposed to come out the very next month in December.
Yes.
So I have to imagine hers got pushed back too, because I really doubt that they're going to let the first time you see Michael Keaton back as Batman be in the Batgirl movie first, then Flash, because that won't make any sense. So hers got pushed back. I think Shazam though got pushed up.
Shazam got pushed up. You're right about that, I believe. And Aquaman got pushed back.
And allegedly, although there's nothing to support it, is that the rumor, going back to rumors again, is that Warner Brothers is looking to do some reshoots and basically add in scenes for Henry Cavill into a few of these movies, being more than likely Black Adam and The Flash. I doubt in the other ones, but Black Adam and The Flash will probably show up in. If I had to imagine, probably post-credit sequences, and maybe not in the movies themselves, because I can't imagine how they would just shove him into a narrative that he wasn't already in there. Unless he was meant to be and they just couldn't work out a schedule, but I doubt it, because The Rock was always angling to have Henry Cavill Superman stick around, so it'd be kind of fun to see a post-credit with him. They could kind of pepper in this idea that there's going to be big things coming and Superman's going to be a thing involved in it, and then give him back. You finally give him his own sequel.
Well, here's the thing. Black Adam is coming this year, but it got moved from July to October. So,
yeah.
So Black
possibly
Adam
not for that movie, because it's a little further down the road, but it's not that further down the road where they can go shoot a whole new sequence to add in, but we'll see. We don't know. Yeah,
Flash Fury of the Gods got pushed up to December. So it's coming 2 months after Black Adam.
Fury of the Gods.
Excuse me, Shazam Fury of the Gods, excuse me. So that's
all I'm hearing is that the Flash is the worst.
Well, when you treat the Flash as an afterthought, I mean, to be fair though, we haven't seen the movie yet, so we can't judge. But it always seems like Flash is always an afterthought. So
it's hard because the Flash, as the TV show, they've done such a great job making that character work for that audience that it's probably like you kind of have to reestablish him in the movies, and he's never really had a movie where you can just kind of focus on him. Like even in the Snyder Cut, he's in it more, but you never really get a chance to really know the guy. So the first time you give him his solo movie, you have it be about all these other things around him.
Yeah.
And I'm very conflicted about it because I would love to see Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton's Batman again, but being a fan of the Flash too, I'm like, it would have been so nice if he just got a chance without having all these things around him having to come back in too. So
yeah,
my hope is that, he's still the engine of the whole story and it's still very much about him and all these other things don't kind of take over the movie. But we shall see.
So then the question, I guess the final question before we wrap up this section, do you think that means that the Snyderverse lives, number one? And number two, does that mean that there is hope that Ben Affleck gets another bite at the apple as Batman?
I think Affleck will stay out regardless because Affleck, I mean, he's been very vocally out saying, I'm not interested in making these IP movies anymore. I'm not interested in these big studio pictures. This is, he said that especially after The Last Duel came out, that's not where his head's at. I think in order for him to do another Batman movie again at this point would mean that Warner Brothers came in and chucked a $50 million check at him and said, just suck it up for another one or two. But even then, I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see how they're going to try and kit bash the Snyder Cut stuff that everybody seems to like, but then also at the same time make Michael Keaton part of it.
Yeah.
So, because I think I said it in our chat. We're just like, it'll be kind of weird if they actually do try to keep all the Snyder Cut characters we know, which they kept most of them at this point when you think about it. And then you have Michael Keaton there. You have this 72-year-old Batman with these 30-year-old Justice League guys. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see what they do with it. It'll be interesting. I never thought in a million years we'd see Keaton back. And if the rumors are true that he's serving more of like a Nick Fury-ish kind of role for the DC universe, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a place where all of these things can exist at once now. So
except Robert Pattinson, we're not going to see him intermingling with all this.
No, right, and that's fine, and I think that's okay, and I think that's okay. So I mean, like I said, I hope that Batman. I'm actually glad. I hope that Robert Pattinson's Batman doesn't get touched by that and is its own thing, which would be very cool.
It is funny how the DC and Marvel approaches to multiverses work. On Marvel's end, they're like, everything counts. Even the stuff that sucks, that counts too. DC's like, yeah, most of it counts, but yeah, let's keep this out. No, let's not have Joaquin Phoenix show up.
Well, it's crazy because now, I mean, for crying out loud, Sam Raimi has a Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming up in a couple of months, and this guy did an interview. He's saying that he wants to do a Batman movie.
Have you seen what Cumberbatch has been saying about Doctor Strange lately?
Yes, he said it's going to blow away Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, that's a lofty promise.
Well, listen, if there's one guy I think I'd believe on that, it would be Benedict. And so, I mean, that is a lofty goal for sure. But then again, I can believe that because I'm one of the guys that thinks that No Way Home was a lot of fun, but not a great movie.
Well, after I said, I mean, I think I said at the last episode, maybe the one before that, where I said I don't think Doctor Strange 2 is going to be what people think it is. Now I'm kind of like, well, probably I'm wrong, but now I'm kind of like, after seeing that, I'm be like, that could almost be like, let's make sure people show up to this thing. Because let's face it, people are going to turn up for Spider-Man regardless. Like, let's say you went to Spider-Man No Way Home and we never saw Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire show up. People would have still turned up. The movie still would have been a hit. It wouldn't have been as big of a hit, but people would still turn up. Doctor Strange, people don't really turn up as much.
Yeah, it's true. Well, like I said, I mean, if the first Doctor Strange is any indication, that did a lot better than anybody expected. But then again, we were waiting for the Endgame to come out and Infinity War, so maybe that's why. But I hope this is good. There's
a lot with everything being interconnected now. I think there's a lot more interest in the stuff that Doctor Strange
I agree
is all about, because we know that it'll fork out into different things.
Yeah.
And so that's what everybody's kind of looking forward to. With Spider-Man, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get Spider-Man, whatever. But Doctor Strange, that's a whole new level of Marvel.
Yeah, and I think that this thing is going to open up. Like I said, if Cumberbatch's comments are to be believed, this will literally open up the multiverse into a myriad of things for Marvel, which is going to take them in all sorts of different directions.
I would still say people should be cautious about their expectations, though. I mean, I'm not convinced Hugh Jackman might necessarily be back as Wolverine just because there's going to be all these other things connecting up, but we'll see. We'll find out.
And how dare you to tell me to curb my expectations? How dare
I don't know why people are so hyped for that.
I don't know.
Like, it would be cool to see X-Men again, but Hugh Jackman is an old Wolverine at this point.
My thing of it is a little bit different. It's like, you probably could talk him into turning up for Doctor Strange too. The problem with it is, once you do that, you're kind of throwing in this false promise to the Marvel fans that he's going to be Wolverine in the universe now. And we're pretty damn sure he's not going to do that.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, we should just move forward with
it's time to move past him in particular. Yeah, I mean, I could foreseeably see Deadpool turning up in this thing. I could see them having fun with that.
All I want is all the Fox X-Men to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's all I want.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
You know what, Greg? Greg, I'm gonna take it one step further.
Yeah,
it'll be the Fox X-Men, but only the lineup from New Mutants.
Oh, that's interesting. I could dig that.
Just use them.
First of all, that's not bad. But
it's definitely the least likely thing anybody would be excited to see.
I tell you, if I don't get Sabretooth and Wolverine and Storm, Ian McKellen.
Wait, hold on. Liev Schreiber or Tyler Mane?
Ian McKellen's not an X-Men.
He's Magneto. I mean, he's not
Magneto. Stop.
If I don't get any, listen, if Patrick Stewart is in this, you know that Ian McKellen as Magneto is in this movie.
No, he's not.
Okay. All right, I got it. And he's age appropriate from Magneto to Patrick Stewart. I got it right here. And it'll even make Alika happy. Watch. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Yes.
No. He wants a muscly Magneto.
Yeah.
How about this?
Muscle-bound Magneto.
What if we don't take any of the Fox
X-Men?
He
does have an Austrian accent.
What if we don't take any of the Fox X-Men into this, except for Xavier, but we get all of the X-Men from Wolverine X-Men Origins in this movie.
Yes,
including Will.i.am.
Will.i.am. We could get him. We could get the Blob. We could.
Oh, that
we could
sucks
get.
though, because then that's not the Deadpool you want.
Oh, it's true.
it's the same guy.
Oh, but wait, he kills that Deadpool though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So we can take the logic that he kills that Deadpool and replaces him.
Right.
We can take that. Okay, that works. Never mind. We're good.
See, and we
I don't
we still
like any of this.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because
I would like to move on.
I think this sounds
with new
like
actors.
Good
All right,
idea.
well, listen.
You know, it'd be great for Doctor Strange too.
What's that?
They would never do it in a million years. But we find out that all of the mess that Doctor Strange is dealing with the multiverse is because of Deadpool at the end of his sequel, because he did all this timeline mucking around that he caused all this chaos in the multiverse. And it's finally caught up to Doctor Strange, and he has to figure it out. So once he starts solving where the timelines broke, it was Deadpool's fault.
Wow. All I know is that if Professor X is in the Multiverse of Madness, you know Magneto isn't far behind. So
Yeah,
I doubt it, man.
Magneto?
I doubt
no
it.
problem with Magneto. Yes, I
No,
would love to see
Magneto doesn't exist in this.
He
universe.
doesn't.
This is a
Multiverse
reverse.
does not include Magneto.
It's a reverse Age of Apocalypse where Magneto dies and not Xavier.
There you go.
You know, it might not even be the Fox Patrick Stewart Professor Xavier necessarily. It could just be a flat out variant, because I mean, for Christ's sake, he died and came back in the Fox movies.
The theory that I'm sticking to that I kind of like is that he's the animated series Professor X, and he's in the hover chair.
I don't like that either.
I like that.
I think it would be more interesting if it's not Professor X and it's Picard.
Okay, listen. Here's the thing. When we go watch this movie, if Ian McKellen is in it, Alika,
no, shut up.
You have to at least in the theater while we're all watching it together, you have to audibly gasp at the screen to let us know your disdain.
I'll do a lot worse than gasp.
I want to watch Alika storm out of the theater and not even finish it.
Oh no, I'm locking the doors. You guys are all in there with me after that.
Alika just sees Ian McKellen come up on screen. He just walks out. He's just like, "How did it?" And we'll be like, "Oh, Alika, you missed this," and he'll be like, "I don't care."
I'm gonna bring a knife and cut the screen up, and nobody else can watch the movie.
How dare you?
The only way I could see that happening is if they introduce Patrick Stewart's Professor X, and then he goes, "I did all of this for my long deceased friend Magneto," and he points to a picture of Ian McKellen.
I don't even want to see that picture there.
Okay, Alika,
what is your hate about this?
Alika, try this out, okay? Scene is Professor Xavier comes out. Turns out he's part of the Illuminati, right?
He
signals
Professor
out.
Xavier? That's what it sounded like you said.
What did
you say? What do you think he said?
Cena as Professor Xavier.
That's not what I said.
No.
But now I completely lost track of what I was actually talking about.
Let's see. You're describing the scene. Okay, Professor Xavier.
Okay, so Professor Xavier comes out, he reveals himself as the Illuminati. He signals off to another unseen member of the Illuminati. It is Ian McKellen, but hold on.
No.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on.
Not.
It's Gandalf.
In the Illuminati?
Which Gandalf now?
It's Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Somehow he's transitioned franchises.
Gandalf the Gray or Gandalf the White? Come on.
It doesn't matter at that point. He has to be the white, though. He has to be the white.
Yeah, because he's that powerful, yeah.
Right. So he's become so powerful, he's moved through franchise multiverses.
So when you're saying when Gandalf the Grey fell down the pit with the Balrog, he warped into the MCU?
He didn't warp into it yet. He saw it, but when he became the white, he knows it exists and he knows how to get there now.
Got it. Interesting.
Would you accept that?
No, I still hate that.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well,
Christ.
is what's interesting is that speaking of that, we know that I don't know if you guys had heard, but it looks like Blade, the new Marvel movie, isn't going to be in theaters. It's going to Disney Plus. Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be a series.
It's going to Disney Plus as a series.
It was a movie, I thought.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. But apparently, it's a series.
The Blade stuff was going to be a movie.
That's what I thought.
Wait, what did I think?
Where did you see this, Greg? Did you see it on that website where everybody hates women, like Greg, like Alika was talking about?
You're so stupid. No, I was reading that the Blade is going to be a series on Disney Plus, and the reason, and here's the reason why. It's because of what's happening tonight at 9:00 Hawaii time. Tonight we get
daylight
to see
savings.
We get to see all of the Netflix Marvel stuff on Disney Plus.
I heard there's already controversy about that, though.
Very much so. The parent teacher council got all upset because it's going to ruin the reputation of Disney Plus being a family a family streaming service. Well, that went out the window a long time ago. So the moment they
I kind of agree in the sense that those shows are a little grown up to be on Disney Plus, considering that is supposed to be the point of Disney Plus. But at the same time, just like, I don't know, maybe pay attention to what your kids are watching.
Well, they added, the thing is Disney went ahead and added parental controls, I guess, to Disney Plus now. So
that's why I don't see the big deal. Just like monitor what the hell your kids are watching, and then put parental controls on this stuff. Done.
Parents are lazy.
It's not even a big deal.
I'm with you. I think you're right. But yeah, so tomorrow I think
if you don't want your kids to be inspired to shoot cops, don't let them listen to rap music.
What?
Whoa. What?
Damn.
Good. What is this, like 1993? 92? What the fuck?
I think we figured out who's Gannon's mom is Tipper Gore.
Apparently, good Lord, man.
You know, when I listened to that body count record, I went on and shot 3 cops immediately.
Wow. You mean Cop Killer from Ice-T?
Yeah, man.
Goodness. Anyway,
was Alika saying something?
I think Alika was saying something.
Robot for a bit.
And he froze. I think he's frozen.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there
he is. Okay, go ahead.
My internet sucks.
Okay, got it.
My internet sucks.
So what were you going to say?
For a bit, we saw 8-bit Alika there.
It's not a signal. It's actually him.
I've never killed a cop, so
yeah.
I think rap music is good. It's Gannon.
Yeah, but how much rap music do you listen to?
Are we really going to have the argument about this?
The really naughty stuff.
Yeah, man, like Third Base.
Hey, Third Base.
Another bad creation.
Wow, what do you know about Third Base and ABC, Gannon?
That's what hip hop meant something, damn it.
Wow, I'm impressed. You know who Third Base was.
Did you really think Third Base was a deep cut, Greg?
I really did. They're so obscure that I would never have known that you would have known.
They're not that obscure, dude. They're obscure now, but if you were a kid back in the 90s, it was not obscure.
All right,
yeah, man. Get the gas face.
Yeah, man.
It's like that's like for me, a deep cut would be Young Black Teenagers and that stupid Tap the Bottle. Remember that dumb song?
I feel like you're just saying stuff, and those aren't groups.
I think Phormat can.
Like I think you just named something you don't want on your lawn just now, plus something else.
No, not at all. But anyway, so yes, Blade looks like it's going to be a series. You've got all the Netflix Marvel movies coming to Disney Plus on the 16th.
I heard an interesting rumor about the Blade thing.
What's that?
Blade's initial debut is going to be during the Werewolf by Night movie series, whatever we're getting.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, there's a Disney Plus series that is going to feature the new Werewolf by Night, and that was a surprise announcement.
And that's a live action show.
Yep. Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't even hear about that one.
That one is kind of flying under the radar. It was announced about like 6 or 7 months ago, but not a lot of details about it. With Moon Knight coming around the corner, though, starting to make a little more sense.
By the way, Moon Knight has been confirmed as being a 6-episode mini series. So apparently, it's not going to be a series.
A movie.
No, we're not getting a. Apparently, this is it's. I don't know if it's not going to be seasons. Apparently, this is like a one shot. I mean, that's what it sounded like when I read
The
it.
producer of that show is saying that it's not connected to the rest of the MCU either, which has got to be a garbage statement.
Right, that's what I mean. So they say this is like a mini series. So this is it. So the 6
I'm
episodes.
sure the tone of it's going to be different than other things, but I cannot imagine it still doesn't connect up to the MCU in some kind of way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be weird, but I mean, I'm going to watch it. I think this is going to be the first ones that I actually, am really interested in, because all the other ones I weren't until I saw them.
The Oscar Isaac stuff, right?
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's a series. I totally thought that was going to be a movie.
No, sir.
No, it was always a series.
Moon Knight is coming out when? I think isn't it like next month or the month?
I think it's next week.
Is it next week?
I could be wrong. I don't remember. I could have sworn I saw 18th.
Hold on. I'll look again. I'll look it up.
Yeah, can you do something internet other than Twitter, Kai?
I don't judge you on your crap. Why you gotta judge
That's
me on
because I don't
mine?
tell you anything that I do.
That's true.
All right, so here's what you need to know.
Tell us your secrets, Gannon.
You're right, Gannon. The full episode list, Wednesday, March 30th, is when we get the first
then
episode.
I wasn't right,
of
Greg, because I said the 18th.
I guess in a little less than 2 weeks. March 30th is the first episode. So it's gonna drop every Wednesday. Every Wednesday night.
Weeks? It's exactly 2 weeks.
Is it exactly 2 weeks? All right. Oh, I'm not good at the maths. I'm not good at the maths. So so we're getting Moon Knight at the end of the month. Fantastic. I'm super stoked, Joe. So that's gonna be very, very cool.
Oh man, there's that third base popping up.
I can't wait for everybody. I can't wait for all the Marvel fans to tell everybody how much better Moon Knight is from Batman. And they never even heard about Moon Knight until there was a show.
That all the time. No one believes me.
I still say,
man, I'll let you say it because you've read the books and know who it is.
I still say, for right now, the only thing that bugs me about the Moon Knight series is the fact that his outfit is not white. That's the only thing that bothers me. Because in the preview that we got, it makes him look like he's in like these gray mummy wrappings. Which is real, I don't know.
It looks like rags.
Yeah. And
I'm hoping that it's actually made out of the reflective material for the Krypton.
The 3M material.
And we're just getting bad lighting on it.
What they made the lightsabers out of until they realized it sucked and then animated them.
Right? Yeah. That would be dope.
That'd be pretty
cool. And then Ryan Reynolds can show up and be like, oh no, animated outfits again.
Well, gentlemen,
no.
Before we get to some Blu-ray releases, want to let you know that this week got a couple of new games that you may be interested in. Number one, because Rockstar wants to squeeze blood from a stone, we have the enhanced version for the new consoles of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Let me tell you something about that. Everybody else that's had games like 2 or 3 systems ago that are still playing the current gen have all offered either free upgrades or like lower cost upgrades to boost their games up for the next consoles. And Rockstar's like, nah, you got to buy it again, man.
Yeah, well, to be fair to Rockstar, if you own,
be fair to Rockstar,
if to be fair to Rockstar,
have they not made enough money off of a game that came out almost 10 years ago already?
True, I agree.
You do realize GTA 5 was a PS3 game, right?
2013, 2013. Now here's the thing: that's why I said to be fair to them. Jeez. They're doing graphical upgrades. They're making it enhanced for the systems as far as audio as well. They're revamping the game. I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but this is what they're saying. They're also saying that online is going to be the same as well. They're upgrading the visuals for that.
All right, but again, frankly, they've made so much money off this game. The least they could have done. Why do you think
they're doing it? That's why they're doing it.
Then why not offer it as an either lower cost upgrade or a free upgrade for all these things instead of just making everybody buy the game again?
Gannon, I'm glad you mentioned that because I have a deal for you. If you have a PlayStation, you can currently, for the next month, you can get Grand Theft Auto 5, the enhanced edition or the new
that sucks.
edition.
You have to have the original PlayStation?
No. If you have a PS5, you can get it right now for the next month for only $9.99. Okay,
$999.
No, you can get it for $9.99 on PlayStation 5. You can also get
that's stomachable,
and you can get Grand Theft Auto Online for free. Okay, those prices go up after the month is over. On Xbox, it's a little different. If you have the new Xbox Series X,
you pay double the price.
Grand Theft Auto is $19.99, and Grand Theft Auto Online is $9.99. The reason why there's a disparity between the prices for the consoles is because that Rockstar apparently has a deal with Sony and PlayStation, and that's why they're able to offer that game at a smaller price.
Did this just get announced? I didn't see anything about this.
It's coming out tonight. It's already out. Matter of fact, it's out now.
Was this previously announced, or did they just literally drop this now?
They dropped it. They actually the most we heard about it. We knew it was coming, but 2 weeks ago they dropped more information on it and they said it was coming out on the 15th.
Weird, because the last time I read about it, it sounded like they were just going to force you to buy it again.
Yeah, so you can download it now. It's all good to go. I mean, I think it's 9:00 here, so you can.
All of those
download
upgrades mean nothing though, because you would expect to see those things in a new console anyway.
Yeah. Right. So for
them to be reporting it like it's brand new, that's what.
Well, and
whatever graphical enhancements they do put to it, you're probably not going to even perceive them, honestly.
And that's what's at play here, because a lot of the gameplay that has been given out by some of these video game websites, everybody is saying that it looks the same, but until we actually see it one-on-one, I'm not going to pass a judgment on it yet. So I'll wait. I mean, I'll probably, for $9 I can get on the PS5. I will say that I would dig
GTA 5 if they took it to old school and made it top down again.
I wish that they would put this much effort into Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what I think.
You sure that's not going to be like right around the corner afterwards, though?
I doubt it, because they're working on Grand Theft Auto 6 right now. So
they did kind of abandon ship on Red Dead, though.
Yeah, they did.
Red Dead Redemption they just shoved it off to the side, and
because they were making so much money with GTA 5 online, that's why
they thought they were going to do the same with Red Dead Redemption, but not a lot of people wanted to be cowboys.
Yeah, no. The problem was that they didn't put as much care into the online as they did Grand Theft Auto, because they were so preoccupied. It was their fault for doing that.
I also don't really think that the same online experience plays the same. Get what I mean? Like, you're literally just playing the role of the old West guy. You know what I mean? In Red Dead, whereas with GTA, you can literally do anything you want, whenever you want to do it. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
In Red Dead, you're just limited to doing cowboy things.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Sure. Yeah.
It would be neat if you could like run a shop, or you know what I mean, like the day-to-day stuff that you see NPCs do. That would be neat if you could just step into the role. One of the biggest things that people dig about GTA 5 is the RP element and like playing a police officer. There's nothing in Red Dead Redemption that's like that. Like, you can't just show up as a sheriff.
Right. And there's nothing that connects everybody. Like, you should be able to go with your mates to do a train robbery, or play, do things. Yeah, your mates.
You just turned Australian on us?
Oh, I didn't. Shut up. But anyway, listen. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Today we're flooding.
The Xbox Series X and PS5 editions are currently available on sale for the next month. Go pick it up. See what you think. $9 is bearable. I already.
Well, that reminds me. I need to message my sister.
If it's a $10 upgrade, I can deal with that.
Yeah. Also, another game that came out this week is the Stranger of Paradise: Final Fantasy Origin. That came out this week.
What a weird title that one is.
So this is an interesting one, because this is what this game is essentially. What if the original Final Fantasy got made in 2022? So this is what they're trying to. Have everybody persuaded to play. Just know that it is a action RPG.
Boo.
So it is not turn-based.
I think they need to do games the other way.
What do you mean?
Let's make GTA 6, but if it was made in 1982.
Yeah, top down, baby, top down.
So apparently,
top down are literally just sprites.
Apparently, Stranger of Paradise apparently has a bad story. Not a great story, not memorable characters, but they say the combat is great and all of the RPG elements work out well with all of the weapons and the armor and things of that nature. It's a co-op game, by the way, too. You can play with 4 other people, which actually is kind of cool. So that's the only thing that I actually am interested in as far as that goes. But I think I'm going to wait on Final Fantasy Origin.
None of this sounds great. Just.
So, I said,
as a JRPG fan, I don't like any of this. I didn't like 15 when they took it to action RPG.
I tell you what,
that whole thing with lightning.
You know who made Stranger of Paradise?
Stop it.
Square Enix made it in partnership with Team Ninja.
Square Enix?
God.
Square Enix made it in partnership with Team Ninja. So if you don't know anything about Koei Tecmo, you know who Team Ninja is. And of course, Team Ninja is responsible for games like famously for Ninja Gaiden. So if you're interested, Stranger Paradise will be available, I think, tonight already. So check it out. It's already available. And I think the following week, and I'll talk about it next week, it's, I think, Ghostwire Tokyo. So, which I'm kind of excited about as well. I was excited about it, but I don't know. I don't know. After seeing the preview, I'm not as excited. But
I do have to let you guys know that I was very disappointed that none of you told me about all the customizable options in Cyberpunk 2077.
So it's kind of hard to play that game.
Honestly, I lost interest in the game right afterwards, but I had a lot of fun with that.
I tell you what, the new update for Cyberpunk is really good. So the new update for the new consoles.
Do you get even more customizable options? Because then I'm in.
No, Gannon, I know what you're talking about, and no.
Then who cares?
You're so stupid. You're an idiot. Anyway,
once I saw you could literally put in different nipple sizes, I'm like, I don't know who this game is for, but it's definitely for me.
Yeah. So it is interesting. There's a lot of great stuff that is coming out in the next couple of weeks. We've got Ghostwire Tokyo. We've got Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Tiny what?
Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which is a spinoff of Borderlands, which is coming out next week.
Isn't that a Twilight Zone episode?
Man, there's a lot of games coming out and a lot of stuff I want to play. I'm very excited for.
Isn't there a Tiny Tina in Twilight Zone?
Nah, I think the doll. I think something like that, but I don't know if it's Tiny Tina. I don't know.
Okay, maybe I'm just tripping.
Yeah, maybe you are tripping. But anyway, listen. Pick up a game or two. Let us know what you think. I'll let you know how Grand Theft Auto 5 is, or if it's worth the pickup. So yeah, I'll let everybody know.
Before we bounce out of gaming news.
Sure.
One thing I wanted to bring up was that
if you bring up Lost Ark, I'm cutting you off. No, I'm just kidding.
What you got for Riot?
So Chaos Dungeons, right? Yes. Oh man, so good. No, it's fine. Riot has announced that they are buying or investing heavily in the animation studio that did the Arcane series for them.
Yes, I heard about that. That is awesome. That is awesome. Listen, guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but
you are.
He is.
Oh God.
The comic book artist extraordinaire.
Hey, man.
He is the creator of Disco Thunder Groovebone, Mohawk Thunder, and of course his perennial work in Kukui Project, working on the final issue of Kukui Project.
How dare you again just to eat it's right in front of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, say hello to Todd Bernardi.
Todd literally showed up at the perfect time to talk about things that he doesn't participate in.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be here so you guys could watch me make love to this ice cream sandwich.
Wait, before you guys continue your video game talk, Todd, you have an important announcement to make tonight.
Oh, yes, you do, Todd.
I mean, I guess so.
It comes in chocolate chip.
Wait a minute. Are you pregnant?
I am.
You're pregnant.
And Greg, you're the father.
What?
Hey, Todd, do me a favor.
You want me to
lick?
describe
lick
it to you? You want me to lick the center?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
You guys are disgusting.
Keep that shit on OnlyFans.
Gannon. Gannon, thank you for reminding Todd. Todd, you do have an announcement to make. What is going on with Todd with 2Ds Bernardi?
Todd Mother Flippin' Bernardi got into WonderCon.
What? WonderCon? Why do they take such white riffraff like yourself?
I mean, you should see the guest list, Greg. It is mostly whites.
WonderCon? Is that like the failed video game console, the Wonder Swan?
The Wonder Swan. Well, congratulations, Todd, on WonderCon.
Famicom.
Where is WonderCon located?
It's in Anaheim. It's a organized by the same promoters that do San Diego Comic-Con. I'm actually not even going to be in Artist Alley. I'm going to be in the small press area.
Shut your mouth. Good for you.
Wow.
I heard that somebody
as a reporter,
as an indie publisher.
No.
I heard that there's someone on this podcast that might
I thought you meant press like reporters. And I was like, what? Are you representing
as
the NERDWatch?
member to the NERDWatch podcast?
All right. Make sure you wear your shirt, bud. I heard that someone on this podcast may be attending WonderCon alongside of you. Is that
what?
Is that?
No, I said quite calling you Dungle.
No. I heard that somebody on this podcast may be going to WonderCon.
Yeah,
and you may have.
I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, I guess I'll be there.
Well, that's awesome, Todd. How did you?
No place to stay.
How did you manage to swing that? By the way,
I just charmed him with my winning personality.
Your winning personality?
Yeah, that's how. Isn't that how I got on the NERDWatch?
It's true. That is a good point.
He sent them links to his OnlyFans account.
No, but I found out that Gannon is going to be in California at the same time. So
literally just by sheer luck.
Yeah, maybe we can double team this WonderCon and kind of turn it into a pair of Chinese finger cuffs.
I'm really starting to get suspicious of this whole Todd Bernardi Gannon relationship because you guys went to Oahu together to go watch the Batman. Yeah. Now you guys are conveniently showing up to WonderCon in California.
All right,
conveniently.
All right. Greg, I guess.
Are you guys dating?
Well, I mean, don't bury the lead. Greg, I have to tell you that I've been cheating on you with Gannon. And I don't know really who the father of my child will be. We're going on Maury Povich next week. And
nice.
I'm going to do a paternity test. And
good.
We're going to reveal who the father of our child is.
All right. Well, I'm sweating bullets over here. I'm hoping to hear not the father. That's what I'm hoping to hear. Anyway,
I can't wait to see the dance you do when they make that announcement. Make sure to record that.
Yeah, I will.
Well, I'm sort of hoping that Gannon will take all of my comics and get them signed for me.
Well, I'm super excited that you got your chance to get to WonderCon, which is very cool. When is that happening? Oh, go ahead.
Todd, I will take all your books to get them signed for you. Probably just not from the people you want to have to sign them.
You'll take it to Kevin Smith. You'll take my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books and have Kevin Smith sign it, Kevin Eastman.
Ooh, that's actually a fun idea.
Todd, I might not even walk away that far. I might just go around the corner, just sign it myself and bring it back to you real quick.
Great.
Todd, where is WonderCon and what dates?
It's the 4th, the April 1st through the 4th, I think.
Wow.
And
that's crazy.
It's coming up, and it's in Anaheim, so it's right. It's at the Anaheim Convention Center. It's right across the street from Disneyland.
Oh, fantastic! Well, that's cool. Well, listen, you can do any reporting that you want live on the NERDWatch page if you like. I can't wait to hear more about your experience there. Make sure you take lots of pictures and things of that nature, which is I'm very excited for you, Todd. That's awesome.
And I'm also going to KawaiiCon too, and maybe Kyle will be there too at the same time.
Oh,
I will be there.
Oh, is that the one on the Big Island?
No, Oahu.
Oahu. That's right. Okay, got it. Well, all of these lovely cons. That's crazy. I'm so excited for you guys.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'll recognize Kai on a different island, or out of his Target shirt.
Listen.
I don't know. You guys find me when I look like Shaggy.
All you need to do is tell him to wear his green shirt and khaki pants, and you can find him anywhere.
So should we get back to what Phormat was saying?
Just wear the green shirt.
That's all he needs. What was Phormat saying?
He's talking about
wow, thanks. That's great.
Phormat was talking about Riot Games acquiring the animation studio responsible for Arcane, the Netflix
I don't think they
animation
acquired
series.
them, but they have invested heavily in their company.
Nice. Well, that's cool because Arcane was actually a pretty good series.
Yep.
So, we are
getting a season 2 because of this, so that's awesome news.
Well, I'm not disappointed. I'm very happy for that. So I'm very happy to see that Riot Games has survived their initial brush with Me Too, and has come back stronger and better for it. So good for them. So, yeah.
Also, I want to say I liked the Atom Project. I thought it was good.
Thanks for chiming in on that because we did that way earlier. But
I wanted to make sure that I was here on time for that. So.
Yeah. Did you liked it, huh?
Yeah, it's great.
It was the adult themes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, yeah.
Good.
See,
good. Of course.
I told you.
And no one mentions Zoe Saldana, who I thought was she's pretty great in the movie. So
I mean, for all 2 of her scenes.
Yeah, it's true. Well, 3 technically, it's 3. But anyway, Atom Project, highly recommended. Listen, if Todd Bernardi's stamp of approval is on it, you need to watch it only on Netflix.
I mean, I don't think it's a 5-star movie like Captain 5 Stars, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Todd. I don't think it is a 5-star movie either. My generous review is 3. My generous review is 3.
That's like a very worst 2.
Yeah, I know. I almost gave it 2.5, but I went with the 3 because I don't do halves anymore. It's holes or nothing. That's the name of the podcast.
I've heard that about you. It's holes or nothing.
It's holes or nothing.
So mostly nothing for you then, huh?
It's true. It's true. That's the name of the podcast. It's awesome.
Mostly nothing for you. Mostly nothing for G.
Captain 5 Stars didn't give it 5 stars though. Oh, that's right. Captain 5 Stars gave it 4 stars. That's right. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So, all right. So there's that.
You're right. It's no The Batman.
Yeah, it's no The Batman. That is for sure. I agree with that 100%. I can't wait till Aron comes back on the show. So I'd love to have a chat with him on the show. Yeah, of course you can. He stays away from the show because you're a dick.
I am.
That's right.
Are we saying dick on the podcast now?
No, we're not, because
I don't have to spell it anymore.
No, you don't. Anyway, listen.
My baloney has a first name.
You're so
it's
stupid.
COCK.
You know who's not in the Batman?
Who?
Dick Grayson.
God, stupid. Anyway, listen. It's time to check in with Blu-rays and DVDs for the week. First of all,
video game news.
Yeah, we're done. First off, if you're interested, courtesy of Arrow Video, I would like to see what this has in it because this is the first time I've seen it. An American Werewolf in London 4K Blu-ray Special Edition. Very excited to take a look at that and see what the special features are on that. So that
Don't you get nervous of that stuff when you don't see that it's director approved remasters?
I would, but Arrow has been very good to me, so I'm definitely not. I'm definitely going to give him a pass.
Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome, they do seem to care about getting the directors to sign off on the cuts to go out in these things.
Yep.
But I mean, how many times have they done remasters on American Werewolf at this point?
It's true. It's very true. Also on 4K Blu-ray today.
By the way, John Landis got somebody killed once.
Also on 4K Blu-ray today, a film directed by Albert Pion. Barry Wurst did an interview with him. He's responsible for Cyborg, another one of his timely B-movie classics, The Sword and the P-Y-U-N. Pion, yeah. Albert
it's Pion, isn't it?
I thought it was Pion.
I think it's Pion.
Is it? Okay.
I don't know. Actually, now I think about it. Carry on.
Anyway, The Sword and the Sorcerer from the 1980s, 82 as a matter of fact, coming from Shout Factory. That was a very fun movie for its day. Not a great one, but still fun nonetheless. Also on 4K Blu-ray today, one of director Billy Wilder's great movies, The Apartment, starring Jack Lemmon and Fred McMurray and Shirley MacLaine.
That's the one with the cockroaches, right?
No. Also on 4K Blu-ray today is West Side Story, the new West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg, which I thought was not very good. That's just me. Also on 4K Blu-ray today, Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, and its 15th anniversary is out today. Also,
we really needed that on in 4K.
Here's a movie that I never thought we'd see on Blu-ray: Dream a Little Dream, starring Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. And that's out today. And stars Meredith Salinger as well.
By the way, Greg, you can find that at Walmart.
No way. Are you serious?
I just saw it today.
No way. That's weird.
Thank you. Yeah, it's sitting there on the shelf. Go get it.
All right, I'll check it out. Also on 4K, or excuse me, also on Blu-ray today is Vikings: The Complete Series is on Blu-ray today.
The complete series? They just announced the second or whatever.
This is what the
new series coming.
There is a new series. It's on Netflix though, called Vikings Valhalla. It happens 100 years after this Viking series.
Yeah, but that's still part of the series.
Oh no, because the reason why is because Vikings was part of the History Channel. This is something completely different from a different production company apparently. So I don't know. I don't get it. This one's called. There's Vikings, and this new one is.
You literally told me no.
This is Vikings.
Then followed up with I don't know.
The Netflix show is called Vikings Valhalla. So this is a totally different series with a different bunch of creators apparently. So that's why they're saying this is the complete series for the Vikings that was on the History Channel. Also on Blu-ray today is the Amazing Spider-Man collection. I don't know why that needed a 4K Blu-ray release. I thought it already had one. Also on 4K Blu-ray today is the Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. That is another great Blu-ray.
That's a great Blu-ray?
That's a great Blu-ray. That's a great movie. I remember watching that as a kid. I really enjoyed Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. That's the only Charlie Brown movie I really liked, was Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. And last but not least, on Blu-ray today, Kelly McGillis. We were just talking about her. Gannon. Jodie Foster, The Accused, is out on Blu-ray today as well. So you can check that out. Anyway, that about does it for your Blu-ray releases for the week. Thank you guys so much for paying attention to that. And by the way, I need to make one more announcement.
No!
One more announcement, because as of today, ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity, as of right now, to purchase digitally Spider-Man No Way Home. Because
way.
Somebody leaking the Blu-ray, they decided to release it a week early. So you can get yourself a copy of Spider-Man No Way Home on all digital platforms starting now. So check that out. Anyway, gents, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Todd, I'm so sorry that you came so late.
To be fair, Todd's known for that, coming late.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I really like other people to have a good time.
Is that what it is? I never knew. Todd, you're so giving.
I'm a gentleman that way.
Yeah,
Greg, how else do you think he can stay married?
It's a good point. That's a good point. That is also very true. Well, next week, ladies.
No, I thought he was pregnant.
It's taking me this long to know that. But anyway, people, please. Next week we'll be back. We'll talk about more movies, more games, anything we're watching on the Blu-rays. We do know that finally that the tickets for Morbius went on sale as of yesterday, I believe. So if you're going to Morbius, I don't know if we're doing
plenty available. I heard.
I don't know if we're doing a premiere for Morbius. I'm trying to figure that out. So we'll see what we can do. Anyway, hey, who knows? It may not be a worth premiere, but we'll see what we can do. Anyway, boys and girls, we are out of time. I've got to go put this podcast up. What were we calling this podcast again?
Todd's pregnant.
Older than a bucket full of witch nipples.
That's definitely not what we were going to call it. But anyway.
You're all about the holes.
Some, I think so. Something like that, I think. Anyway, we're out of time, boys and girls.
You're not about the halves. You're all about the holes.
That's right. We're not about. That's right. I'm not about the halves. I'm all about the holes. That's right. It's not about.
Goes all holes or nothing.
Oh, that's right. It's all holes or nothing. Yeah, there you go. That's that. That's what it was. Anyway, we're out of time, boys and girls. So for the guy Gannon, the Batman himself, the Dark Knight, for Cobra Kai, for Phormat, and for Todd Biggity Bernardi, I am G Money. Until next time, peace out. Much love, and most assuredly, always stay nerdy. We'll see you back here on the NERDWatch next time. Aloha.